Hello everybody and welcome to another video. So this video, I'm going to go over 3 simple designs that are really good for beginners. So the first one is E's and L's. So simple and it looks so amazing. The next one is going to be a fern design. And then the last one is a leaf design. So it kind of progressively maybe gets a little bit more difficult, but all 3 are really easy. So I'm going to show you a border, and then I'm going to show you how to do it in a wreath. So I hope you enjoy it. And if you are enjoying these videos, please don't hesitate to shoot me an email, leave me a comment down below if you have questions. But first and foremost, check out the Quilters Groove Creative Design Society. You can check it out at, over here, lisahkaye.com. It's ridiculously inexpensive for everything that you get. So please enjoy, and I'll catch you in the next video. Start with loops, and what we're going to do is just a border with loops, right? So if this is my border, I've divided my border in half, and I'm going to do E's and L's. And I love how this looks in a border. I think I've shared one a couple weeks ago that I was doing with it. The nice thing about this is even if you're just a beginner, you can totally do this, right? You're going to have a direction that you like going in. Clearly, I struggle with going in or doing it upside down. So if you're struggling with a particular direction, the best thing to do is that would be the one that you're practicing, right? So when I do this border, I typically don't mark what I'm doing, right? But you can. So you can come in and mark every inch and fill that way, or you can just wing it like I did. So I do love the E's and the L's. You can even go back and you can echo them if you had more space than you wanted. So you can always do that as well. Now, I love how this looks in a wreath, and I haven't done my marking, so I'm just going to kind of lightly come in and just put those in. Now, whenever I do a wreath, and Debbie, I see that you do a feathered wreath, I always have 3 circles, okay? I mark the ones that are dotted, and then this is the one that I actually quilt. So the inner one is where I'm going to bring my motif into. So whether it's loops or feathers or ferns or flowers, I'm bringing it into here. And then on the outside, I'm bringing it to the outside, okay? And this helps especially the outside one, because all of a sudden, like, you could be quilting if you don't have that in, and all of a sudden you've kind of got like an oblong shape, so it kind of looks a little funny. So I'm just going to start up here, and again I'm just doing the E's and the L's, and I guess I really didn't need to put in those. Now whenever you do a wreath, it's going to become very evident what direction you need to work on, right? And I'm really not concerned. Okay, I can't talk and do this at the same time. I'm not concerned with having them super evenly spaced. If I was, then I would definitely have markings right all along so that I knew what I was doing. So I'm gonna start up here. I don't like these upside down ones, people. I don't like them. And when I was doing this the other day, I was actually quilting it. I, by accident, I put two, L's next to each other. And I was not picking it out. That seam ripper was not coming out. Okay, so I love how that looks. I think, and it's so stinking simple. All right, what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments. Is this a motif that you have used before or not? Love to hear it. Okay, so moving on to the next one is ferns. And I got my sheet here. Okay, so ferns are so easy. Okay, so easy. Hold on, just reading your comments here. I don't usually even opening in the center of the circle. I just mush them all in there. Awesome. Okay. So here we go. So we're going to do ferns. Now, ferns are really just wavy lines. So let's, right? So you can put in little curls every now and then, little short ones. So you can have them kind of overlap. You can kind of have them like wide. So everybody's ferns are going to look different. It's similar to like everybody's feathers are going to look different as well. And then we can do the other side. And sadly, I didn't really want to do it in pencil, but I really like doing it I have a drawing pen, and I just couldn't seem to locate it. The one I did was out of ink, so I think I'm going to have to be ordering some more of my Uniball pens, which is what I like to draw with. So it's very forgiving, very free-flowing, the ferns, right? I absolutely, is it out of focus? Okay, hold on, that is so weird. I thought it was just my glasses. I think I need new glasses. So I thought it was that. Hold on, let me see if I can figure out what is going on. That's so weird. Roxy, okay. I think I fixed it. I don't know what I did, but I think I fixed it. So, okay. So for the wreath, it's the same thing that we did with the loops, right? It's just going, I'm just going to bring them out. And especially I found with the ferns, because they are so free flowing, that it really, I really do definitely need that circle. Okay, so we're just gonna, and you'll notice a lot of times I don't come all the way back down to my spine, and I do the same thing with feathers. So if for some reason you don't touch your spine, it's really not a big deal, right? So you see when I put in the big loop or the big swirl, I'll put in like a little filler ones in there. And you can have them cross over each other if you want. And then I'm going to move it to the inside. Now, when I do this border, I sometimes will pop back and forth, okay, and complete the whole thing instead of doing one side and then doing the other. But for the wreath, I don't do that. It's very difficult for me to pop in and out because there'll be less fern fronds on the inside than there are on the outside. So I don't tend to do and somebody yell at me if my head gets in the way because it's really hard to not get my head in the way. Okay, so that's typically how I do my ferns. So you don't have a worksheet like that. You know what? I'm going to, hold on. I'm going to pop it in the comments. Give me just a second. All right, let me get back over here. Okay, I'm popping it in the comments. There's a link. So I just popped it in. That is where you can download this sheet. It also gives you two wavy borders as well. And then on the other side, it gives you this question mark. So the question mark, I love this shape. I absolutely love this shape. For the most part, when I do this shape, I echo it. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to swirl all the way in, and then I'm going to come back down like that, right? When I feather it, fern it, however I'm doing it, I typically do this side first, right? And again, you're just going to come in and do your wavy lines. But I love this shape. I've put it in triangles a lot. So again, if you guys are just joining, I just popped a link to these drawing sheets in the comments. Okay, and then I'll come back and I'll do this side. Okay, so I do, this shape is like, again, one of my favorites. Okay, so now we're moving on to leaves. And I know everybody tends to do their leaves a little differently. So, and again, there's no like right or wrong way for the leaves. Okay, so if this is my stitched spine, I'm just going to make my way up. And every once in a while, if I have some space, I might come in and put like a little curly Q. So not necessarily in this border because it is kind of on the smaller side. I haven't done leaves in a really long time. This is out of my wheelhouse. Okay, so that's typically how I do my leaves. I like to put the little stem there in the middle. You don't have to. So again, when we come back to our circle, it's really the same thing, okay? So you're going to stitch this and you're gonna mark these. Right? Now, if you have a block and you wanted a square wreath, then that's fine as well. You just wouldn't mark that circle. So I tend to like to start at 9 o'clock. I don't know why. Come up and add a little curl there. So give me a thumbs up in the comments if you guys are drawing along with me. And I can fit one more in here. Okay, so that would be the outer wreath. Now, one of the things that you can do too is instead of doing leaves on the inside, I could have just come in and I could have put little curls down in here in the center, and that looks really pretty as well. Okay, so, but I'm not, I'm going to put in leaves. Okay, and that's my leafy wreath.